Arg, how are ye this morning, time pirates? I am here. I have clarified my list of 20. I got 6 things done yesterday. Like, I did other things, but I mean off of the list, and it feels really good. I was quite motivated. I got back from the cruise Saturday afternoon, like back to the house. And yesterday, Wednesday, I unpacked all of my luggage and put up the luggage. I mean, this is record time for me. Record time. So the dice are working. How are you this morning, Alicia?
I'm awake.
Yay!
I'm a little surprised this morning because I get up at 7 because I don't do much, you know. Um, Alan's usually the one that gets the kids up and then he gets ready for work and he goes to work. This morning he left at 6 a.m. to go to work because where he has to be is like 2 hours away. My alarm goes off at 7. I'm already hearing whispers throughout the house. Both of my children were up. My daughter says she woke up at 6:30 to go to the bathroom, and my son said his alarm went off at 6:50. And I'm like, well, then why didn't you come wake me up?
Because they don't wake up mom in the morning. They were confused.
So they were already like, Lorelai was already dressed for school. Her
What a
brother
good
had
girl.
to get dressed. And they were sitting there like playing some little like game or whatever that they had created. And so I was like, okay, what are you guys eating for breakfast? And they were like, we'll have this. So both of them were eating the same thing. So it was easy to make breakfast. And like crazily enough, I told them when to get ready and we were out the door on time.
Looks like they're well trained.
We never are out the door on time.
Apparently,
So
they need to get up on their own all the time. I mean, I don't know what you're complaining about. Those seem like to be the perfect children, Alicia.
I'm just saying, like, this has not been a thing like this whole school year. And now all of a sudden they're like, hey, we're going to get up, we're going to get dressed. Here's what we want for breakfast. All you have to do is make it and then drive us to school. And I'm like, who are you?
You're like, can we do this again tomorrow?
Right? And they have so their school does like student led conferences towards the end of the school year. My son's teacher is like, if you want one, you can do one, but it's not necessary because he's doing amazing. If you don't want to do one, then I'll just send the papers home. And I was like, cool, one less thing I have to do. And then the Lorelai's teacher is like, here's when, because she sends home a form that says pick your top 3 times. And apparently we got the first time that we picked. So hers is at 5 p.m. And then both of them are like, we want to go to the art show. And I'm like, okay. They've said this like 10 times already in like the past 2 days.
They must be pushing it at school, so they're really excited. That's cool. I like it.
So I think what it is both of them have a piece that they want to show us. So,
Oh, well, then
well,
I mean, if they have stuff in the art show, you have to go to the art show.
but they didn't say until I asked them. I was like, "Do either of you have something in the art show? Is that why we're so like adamant about going?" And they were like, "Yes." And I was like, "Just say that in the first place. We'll go." That
You know
and
me, we've already talked about it. We participated in everything. So,
Lorelai wanted to go last year, but she didn't say anything until the last second. So I guess this year they're making sure that we go. So, and then I don't have to cook dinner tonight because conferences. We just pick something up on the way home. What will I
yay,
do with my
reading!
day?
You could read.
I do. I actually have books picked because I'm going to try to finish this one. And then I'm going to read this one. And then in between all that, I have Lore Olympus.
Nice.
So that's my reading for now and forever.
Excellent, excellent. Well, I do have finished Pride and Prejudice on my list, but you know, it's one of 20, so we'll see what happens when I roll the die. let's see how chat is doing. Molly says one is waiting to type in the chat, so that makes me first. I was probably the one waiting, Molly, so it's no big deal. I always pull it up just so I can see because it gives a timer for me. And so I try to be on time, but I was a minute late today anyways. I'm trying, man. I just get distracted. Swank says, howdy, everybody. Happy World Book Day. Happy Talk Like Shakespeare Day. Look, I'm not even going to attempt. And happy German Beer Day. Prost.
To be or not to be? That is the question. What shall I have for breakfast?
Oh, that's a different question.
Yes. That was 2 questions in one.
Zwank says, hola, Molly Sue. Molly says, hola, Zwank Poo. Zwanky Poo, sorry. Molly says, go figure. It's World Book Day, and I am going to spend half the day nowhere near a book. I mean, I'm surrounded by them. I can't walk away, so. And
this
I
just
will
makes
read
me want to
today. I
go buy
always
a
read.
book, but I can't.
Just makes you feel what?
I want to go buy a book for Happy World Book Day, but I can't.
Yeah, I'd like to go do a bookstore crawl, and I have no time. So it is what it is. I have gone to 3 stores, though. I need to put together the Instagram post and send that out. And Spank says, oh, I'm so sorry about not being near a book. Do the German beer one instead. There you go. There you go.
Exactly.
And Swank gives a first place medal to Molly. And Annette says, hello, gang. Hello, Annette. How are you today?
Good morning.
Lindsay says, hi, guys. I took a half day from work and now I've eaten lunch and feel energetic. I need to do some life admin and am reading City of Glass by Cassandra Clare. That sounds awesome, Lindsay. Good for you, knowing that I need a day today. I like it. Lindsay says, took the half day as I was exhausted, but all good now. I'm not working. I get that, man. Sometimes you look at whatever you have to do and you're like, I can't do this right now. Just can't do this. And Swing says, aloha, Annette. Shalom, Lindsay. Lindsay, that's cute. They know they can play if they're ready for school. Yeah, right? I like that. Swing says, pod children. They're pod children. That's right. That's right. You better check. You need to see it. I don't remember how you identify pod children, but there are ways. Your children could be in a pod in the woods right now.
I must go save them.
You ever I don't know. I prefer the pod children.
I mean, if they're going to comply and not give me wood.
And Mel joined us. Good morning, Kelly Cal. Good morning, Mel Melly. So good to see you.
Hello.
And hey, Alicia. Annette says, I need to do dishes. Then I'm going to make coffee and continue reading The Sunlight Dagger by Abel Montero, an indie fantasy that I'm really enjoying. Nice. That I'm enjoying so far. I love it. Yeah, I've just got water today. I'm just super thirsty. So I'm like, I need water. This was PAX. See, I unpacked yesterday and found it. And I'm like, I have not been drinking water. It's very inconvenient just to get a glass of water, right? I don't know what we did before these big bottles. Well, didn't drink a lot of water. That's what we did. Mel says, good morning, Alicia. I meant. Did it not say? Oh, it says, hey, Alicia. I gotcha. Molly says, oh, I could do my Little Free Library on Hull on the way to my mom's. There you go. See, and then you're going to be totally near books.
You could.
Mel says, good morning, friends in the chat. Coffee must be acquired, and then I will be continuing on with the Ghostwriter.
I have my coffee.
Yay. Zwang says, it's Stuff Your Kindle Day. Free books in time for a kooky. Yeah, I'm sorry. I cannot do Stuff Your Kindle Day.
I don't have a Kindle.
And Zwank says, bonjour, Mel. Annette says, oh, Zwank, my Kindle needs no more stuffing, right? Mel says, hey, Zwank. Zwank says, I'm a sucker for a freebie. I don't care about a freebie unless I need the thing or I really, really want it. So, but otherwise, I'm good. I have enough to read. All right. Excellent. That's the end of the chat. So let me roll the die.
Breakfast
Drop the die since this one doesn't seem to roll. It rolls when I do that. Maybe I should just do that until it stops. But it's really stable. So when I drop it, I don't know if you're going to be able to see it. Let me see if I can push this down. When I drop it, It just drops. Do you see that? It doesn't roll.
It's like weighted. Weird.
Oh, there's a little bit of a roll. So we're
I
going to take
saw
that
that.
one. It's a 13. Hey, it's my lucky number too. All right, so what's the first thing I'm going to do this morning?
That's my favorite number.
I mean, it's the day I was born, so it's pretty lucky. Ooh, I get to divide my clothes. Good, because they're all dirty. So, by the way, I have like write on here. I have write 500 words. I have edit. I have like other things, but for some reason, house chores keep coming up. So apparently, my house is dirty. Apparently, my house is dirty. It's demanding attention. So that is the
There you
first thing I'm
go.
going to do is go divide my clothes, which means I'll listen to my audiobook while I'm doing it. And I am listening to The Resurrectionist right now. So far, it's fascinating. So it's like in the 1800s, and there's a modest landowner. They're in Britain. Well, they're in Scotland right now. Anyways, they're in Scotland because he left Oxford to go to school in I think Edinburgh. Yeah, Edinburgh. So went to do a school in Edinburgh where they're doing medical school at the beginning of medical schools, right? So I'm pretty sure he's going to be grave robbing to get some
Parts.
bodies to dissect. Yeah. So
Oh my goodness.
very excited about it. So I will continue to listen to that while I divide clothes. What are you going to do, Alicia?
Breakfast, and I might do a couple of page designs before I read.
Very nice, very nice. And Molly says you only need a Kindle app, Alicia. Also true. And it's free. Molly, I shall attempt to stuff my Kindle. That's actually what my husband uses. He uses the app on his iPad, and I'm the one who has a Kindle. Molly says, I shall attempt to stuff my Kindle. There you go. Mel says, does anyone have a link for the stuff your Kindle? I don't need to stuff mine, but a little peek never hurt. Don't do it. Don't do it.
Don't do
Don't
it.
do it. Because if you put that up, then I'm going to do it. And I need to go divide clothes. Annette says, Mel, that's a slippery, slippery slope, right?
It is. Yep.
Molly says, you stuffer poo-poos are missing out on risky whiskey. Zwang says, I have that in my TBR. Risky whiskey. I can't wait to read it. Is that a book? Oh no, Resurrectionist. Resurrectionist. Well, so far I'm digging it, but I'm 6% in. I just started it yesterday. So and today's SYK Cozy Mystery Book Club. What's SYK? Do you know what SYK is?
Stuff your Kindle?
Oh, yes. I'm the smartest one. I'm so smart. Okay.
You said don't post a link, and they posted the link.
I mean, the chat did demand. And I clicked on it. But you know what? It's going to stay there. I'm going to go divide clothes. Gosh, doggone it. Spank says, thanks, Molly. And Molly says, Book Hub has a listing of several such days. Nice. Molly, you're welcome. Swig says both. Mel says, Annette, what can I say? I'm weak. Same, Mel. Same. I'm not looking. I'm going to go divide clothes. Thanks for the link, Molly. And Molly says, no problemo, Mel. Yeah, thanks a lot. All right. I have no self-control, okay? Impulse control. I have impulse control. And that says, we've all been there, Mel. Yep, for sure. All right. Well, Mel, so you have a head start. I'm going to go ahead and start this first sprint. Let us know. Here we go. And that was the end of our first sprint. And I did get the clothes all divided and the first load into the washing machine. And then I rolled the die again, and now I get to edit 5 chapters in the new book for our company. So excited. New book, new series. How'd you do, Alicia?
I ate breakfast and then I started making a mood tracker that looks like a bookshelf. I don't know if you can see that.
So what are you tracking?
It's like a mood tracker. So down at the bottom, you would color in, and then you would say like, pink is happy, blue is sad, yellow is frustrated, that kind of thing.
Okay, but how do you track it? Like every single day, you just every hour of every day? Because my
No,
mood
it would
changes,
just be like it would just be how you were for the day.
Huh. Interesting.
It's something I'm attempting.
Very cool, very cool. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through my brain on how that would work for me. Do you see what I mean? That's what I'm trying to see. So
Oh, a lot of people do it in their bullet journals.
Yeah, that would make sense. Like I could put it in the top of my journal, but you know what mood I'm feeling because it's in my journal. I write it. But like just doing a mood for the day, like that would be really hard because
well, I've seen it where people have used 2 colors. So like say one day I was frustrated in the morning, but by the end of the day I'm happy. And that book would then be half blue, half pink or whatever the colors dictate.
And what's the point of it? Is it to be self-reflective so you can go back later and see what affects your mood? Is it to like what's the intent behind recording it?
It's just some people use it to see how often they have certain moods, like whether they're frustrated or happy, that kind of thing. Other people do use it as a reflective tool for the month, so they could say, I had better days than bad days or bad days than good days, and then they can adjust and go from there.
Interesting. Very interesting.
I thought it would be something fun to add to this because my planner for my everyday planner is not quite working anymore. And I think it's because of the weekly aspect. I don't do much. Like it's not like my schedule every day I have something planned, whether it's appointments or events or anything like that. So I'm just like, So I decided to make my own planner, see how I do with it between July and December, and then that will tell me if I can do what I'm doing like I did for July and December or through December, or if I can maybe adjust the planner that I bought. Maybe instead of doing a weekly, just do a monthly, because that would give me the monthly spread, but then it gives me empty pages to dictate whatever I need to.
If I was going to do that, I'd probably just put it right in my calendar because I'm using that every day anyways.
That's kind of what I'm thinking. So I just need to figure out if that's what's going to work.
Because then you can flip through it and then look for patterns. Is it a certain time of month? Is it because of the weather?
Yep.
Where were we? I'm trying to ignore that there's a Stuff Your Kindle link. And Jean joined us. Good morning, Kelly and Alicia. Good morning, Jean. Good to see you today. Molly says, perfect timing. Just finished my arc. Yay! I did on purpose. We were waiting for you, Molly. We were waiting for you. How was it? Did you really like it? Is that the Ellen Poe one? Or is it a different one? Swank says, I do a mood tracker and a pain tracker. There you go. Swank does both of those. Ooh. Lindsay says, I unblocked the bathroom sink and tried to get my printer working again. Oh, you are adulting today, Lindsay. I love it. I love it. I love it. Think I need to order new ink. Yeah, that'll do it. It should tell you that it's like out of ink, though. Swank says, Jumbo Jean, it helps to track depression. Oh, I could see that. All right. Yeah. See when your mood swings are. I got that. That makes sense. Courtney says, good morning. I'm trying to motivate myself to get out of bed. Yeah, I understand. I mean, the puppy does that for me. I have no choice. And last night I let the cat sleep with me because I've been gone for a week and he hasn't gotten a lot of attention. And you know what? He was so grateful. He was a good boy all night.
Aw.
I'm like, if you would just like sleep all night, maybe get up to the litter box and come back and sleep, I would let you sleep in here every night.
Right.
Mel says, so the link was for Cozy Mysteries, which isn't my fave, so I'm safe for this SYK. Oh, cool. Yeah. I'm okay. I have like 2 full series of Cozy Mysteries in my Kindle already. I haven't read yet. Konnichiwa, Courtney. Annette says, I did the dishes. Now I'm sitting in the garden with my book and coffee in the sunshine. Oh, by the way, that was Swank saying konnichiwa. Nice, Annette. Nice. Hey, in The Resurrectionist that I'm just reading, there was a character that just to this, a minor landed, Englishman had to pronounce his name. It's spelled Aneurin. And I would have said like Anurin or something, right? But no, it's Aneurin. Aneurin.
I wouldn't have gotten that.
Me neither. But they knew we wouldn't get it, and that's why spelled it out for us. I looked it up because they did it in the audio, having the Englishman repeat it.
Right.
And I'm like, oh, I wonder if that's in the book. So I looked it up. Yep, sure is. It's right there in the book. Aneurin.
That's funny.
It's very cool. Like when all of us found out that Sinead was Sinead, things like that. It's like, wait, it's what? How do you say that? Let's see. And Mel says, hey, Courtney and Jean. Swink says, Mel, I like the paranormal ones. I mean, if they're urban fantasy, I do like that. Mel says, hey, Lindsay, Annette, good morning, Courtney. You can do this. Courtney says, hola, Zwink. Mel, that sounds lovely, Annette. And the garden and sunshine. Yeah, it does sound lovely. The sun is finally out, so the puppy and I are going to go for a nice long WALK today. We both need it. I need some vitamin D, and she needs... look, she just stuck her head in the garbage can. She's so bored. So I've got to get her out and get her exercise.
Mom!
Let's see. And Mel also agrees, Annette, that sounds lovely. And Ren says, hello, everyone. Hello, Ren. Good afternoon.
Hello.
How are you today? Courtney says, hi, Ren. Mel says, Ren, with lots of hearts and love. Courtney says, pets try to take over when you let them sleep with you. Yes, exactly, which is why I normally do not let the cat sleep with me. But, he's been kind of neglected, and I'm the only one he lets pet him. Even my daughter tries, and he's like, no. So he's been needing some extra love since I was gone for a week.
He's like, you will unhand me.
That's exactly what he says to her. She'll pick him up and put on the shoulder just like I do. And for me, he snuggles in. Y'all have seen it, right? Mm-hmm. For her, he just meows. Meow! Like, put me down.
Why? Why must you touch me?
And nobody else even bothers. I was like, dude, she wants to pet you. I barely tolerate you. Let her pet you.
Right?
I mean, let's face it. Just like humans, we don't always know what's best for us.
Ralphie does it too. I'm the only one that can pet him.
Okay. Ren says, it's super cold over here, so getting warm turning into napping. I can see that. As soon as you're nice and warm, you're like, Hulk. I understand that completely. Ren says, hey, Courtney and Mel. Mel says, I have to be in the mood for a cozy mystery, so I stick to just borrowing them off Libby if I want one. Yeah, for sure. Now, cozy fantasies are more my jam. Annette says, it is lovely. It's the first good weather we've had all year, so I'm making the most of not being in work. Yes, for sure. Ren says, if I make it out of these blankets, I'll be listening to Queen of Shadows. I like that. If. And Spank says, Privet Ren. I need to look that one up so I can say it right. Probably have to say deeper. Privet. Annette. Yeah, Irish names like Sinead can be interesting, right? I love it. I love it. Like Shauna McGuire, and hers is a little easier because even Americans, we know Sean is Sean. But some people wanted to call it Shannon. They thought the Seanan, so I don't know how it is in Ireland. Okay, Seanan is Shannon. And she says, no, it's Shannon. And the way she told us is that's how her name is pronounced. Okay. And she says
Mhm.
it's Shannon. She says, like, let Sean in. I was like, oh, well, that's easy to remember. I was like, she's so smart. She's so used to people getting it wrong.
Mhm.
And she was like, it's like this. So I think that's funny. So I don't know what's proper, but that is the way she prefers her name. I'll never forget it. Let Sean in. Okay, there you go. Shauna McGuire. Do. Bren says, hey to Zwank. And Zwank says, my cat isn't very meowy, only when I'm feeding him. Oh, I see that. So excited for food. It's almost like I know a lot of cats that do that, right? Like if they stop meowing, you're not going to feed them. Or
Mhm.
something. It's like, hello. I'm gonna feed you.
Feed
I'm
me,
right here.
please.
See the food in my. Do you think I'm just gonna show it to you and then hide it? Have I done that your
Mhm.
entire life? What? Not once?
Right?
Why do you think I'm gonna do it this time?
Right?
I mean, let's face it. The poor cats don't have too much joy in life, so let them have the food. I always think a cat's life is really boring when they're indoor only, but I can't let them outside because they'll die. We have a very busy street. Molly, ugh, I want to stay home all day, but I have a phone call appointment at noon and mom wants in on it, so I have to go over there. Blah. I'm sorry. That's no fun. Mel
Boo.
says, my cat's the same. Cats are gonna cat.
Yep.
All right. We are ready for our second sprint, so I'm going to hit that. I'm going to be editing 5 chapters in the book. It probably take me longer than half an hour, so I will not have it done. There will not be another roll. My rolls, I put the things on the list here. I didn't really consider how long they would take me because I suck at estimating that.
Mm.
So, but I like to edit 5 chapters at a time so I really get into it. And then when I come back, I don't forget as easily. So I am going
Fair.
to do that now. And I'm totally not going to look at the Cozy Mysteries for Kindle at all. Here we go.
Editing.
And there is the second sprint. I glanced briefly at the Paranormal Cozy Mysteries.
Oh,
I know I did not download any or do anything else. I just scanned through them. You know, video ideas, man. I have video ideas, but um, I did get eight pages edited. The beginning of an edit is slow because it's a brand new world, brand new characters, new world building. So the beginning, it's always reading back and forth and trying to make sure things work and figuring out what needs to change and what needs to stay and where the magic is. So it always takes a little bit longer at the beginning. How'd you do, Alicia?
I drew another one. So this one is like a beehive, a honeycomb. And I do have some like bee stickers with my washi and stuff. So I can add bees to that and then draw like it looks like the honey is dripping. And then now I'm trying to create a Halloween one. I haven't decided if I'm going to do ghosts or if I want to do tombstones. And then I've got to create one for
Can you
Christmas.
do a combo of both?
I probably could.
Let's see. Molly says, and so going over to Mom's house for the call, says it'll be a big production, lunch, and Larry projects, and blah, blah, blah. Yeah, that's the worst part, right? I need to call my mom today, too, because she's going into surgery tomorrow. So I need to call her and wish her luck, tell her I love her. Anex says, Shannon is right. Haha, we do have a fada or accent on Sean, which gives the elongated on sound. Interesting. Molly says, well, from the cat's perspective, you have always fed them when they meowed, so maybe if they don't, you won't. Ah, good point, Molly. Good point. That is absolutely true. Cat's like, I'm doing my part. Produce the food. Molly says, cozy mysteries. Look, I glanced. Okay, I glanced. That's it. Courtney says, okay, got to work out and need my phone. Be back. Absolutely. I hope you get a good workout in. Courtney says hi to Molly. Mel says, made it to chapter 6 of the Ghost Rider. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Molly says, hi, Courtney. Good workout. Mel says, have a good workout, Courtney. Molly says, I'm 18% into Six Gun Snow White, which is a novella that I'm reading for Battle of the Bands. Ooh, fun. Lindsay says, ordered ink, and I can now go and collect it. Also canceled milk for next week as we're on holiday. Nice. You get milk delivered, huh?
Wow.
I know. Ren says, no reading for me, just blankets. Hey, I mean, I understand. I understand those days. Not the blanket part. It hardly ever gets cold enough here. You've seen me put a blanket on my lap. That's about it.
Mm-hmm.
And Molly says, blankets are good, Ren. Mel says, my husband wanted to get a little bell for our cat to ring when she's hungry. And I was like, absolutely not. It'd be nonstop ringing. Yeah.
Right?
100%. That's why those automatic feeders have timers on them so they don't constantly go off.
Yep.
Yeah. Nope. Like I said, I already had one cat where kidneys tried to shut down because he was getting too fat. And so I have to really control his eating. I could never get him one of those automatic feeders. Nope. Lindsay says, yeah, we have a bean to cup coffee machine, kind of like a coffee shop. So we go through lots of milk. That makes sense to me. I have, sorry, there's a little jumping spider on my desk. He distracted me.
Lucas!
I don't know if his name is Lucas. I'll have to ask him. I don't know if he's a boy or a girl either.
You've never seen the videos of Lucas?
I've seen memes. So
I will. Oh gosh.
Oh, I don't have time for videos.
No, it's a short one.
I'm gonna lose my mind. It might be fine just to download these paranormal cozy mysteries and then just like do a read a chapter thing. And then do a vlog. Excuse me, because I can also do that as a how to start your book series, or yeah, how to start your book. Mel says, I love Lucas. There you go. Mel knows. Swank
See?
says, well, he'd get exercise running to the feeder. True. True. He gets exercise by chasing the other cat and beating him up. Mel says he's the only spider I can tolerate. I used to be terrified of spiders, but I also lived in Indiana where it wasn't a big deal. And then I moved to Texas, and not only are the spiders bigger, there's 9,000 more species because, it's warmer and there's more bugs for them to eat. And I was like, well, I'm either going to be terrified my whole life or decide I'm not afraid of them anymore. So you know what? I just decided I wasn't afraid of them anymore. And I did it somehow or another. Exposure therapy. So there's the Lucas the Spider short, very cute. I can watch it when I go back on. But let's see how many is on this. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, one of them is book 9. I don't need book 9. Hold on. That's weird. Why would they put book 1 and book 9 in here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Nope, just 12. That's book 1 and 2. 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18.
That's a lot.
19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
What series is this?
28, 29, 30, 31. Those are book 2s.
That is a lot.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, Jesus Christ, 38, 39, 40, 41, 42, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47, 48, Jesus, 49, 50, 51, 52. There's 52 books on here, not including book 2s or if it's the whole series. So 52 book 1s in series. That's a lot.
For what exactly?
That's just the paranormal, cozy mystery stuff, your Kindle. That's just too much.
You're not supposed to be looking at it. That is a lot, though.
1/8 of all of my physical books I own. I mean, I can't. There's just no way. See, that just stressed me out instead of being fun. All right, let's see. I have Spider up. Wait a minute. I aspired to get on your level, Kelly, Mel says. Yeah, I mean, it was not fun, but I did it. I did it. I knew I had to change when there was a spider on my desk. It was probably a jumping spider like this one, but I don't remember anymore. And it was scurrying along. And I was holding, Xander was a baby at that time. We had just moved down here. And I was holding the baby and I was trying to get work done. And I just pushed away and I called Kevin from work and I said, you have to come kill this spider. And I didn't know where it went. And I was panicked. I mean, the thing could not have been but like the size of my pinky nail. But again, that was bigger than I was used to, both being in Indiana and then in Utah. Now, I was born in South Carolina, so I promise you those spiders were much, much bigger, same size here. And I remember a huge banana spider that would make a web. She made a big, because they're orb weavers, they're the big, beautiful
They're
web.
huge.
They're huge. They're also, I mean, they're not going to hurt you. Big, beautiful spider. They're all female, the ones you see, because the males are so tiny. And she was in our carport and I was just like freaked out and fascinated by her. But I also remember a really big, it had to have been wolf spider. I can't imagine what else it would have been. It could have been a tarantula. We have those here. We have them in South Carolina too. Crawled across my floor and I was reading a very big book. I want to say it was The Stand, but it might've been it. And it walked across my floor when I was in South Carolina. It freaked me out. And so I just dropped the book on it and then walked away.
Oh my god.
because it scared the heck out of me. Nowadays, I would just scurry it out the door. Like I literally exposure therapy. I'm like, this is stupid to be scared of these things. It's stupid. It's just dumb. So I did everything I could to not be afraid of them.
We have a
Now,
jar for that reason in particular. We capture it and we throw it outside.
yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, I was very much Generation X. It's not like I had anyone to guide me, so I just didn't know. And my kids, that's what my kids do. My daughter even did that with the first scorpion she found in her house. They scooted it outside, but then it just showed up again. They're like, "That's it. You have to die now. I gave you a chance."
We did
It,
that with a coral snake that we had on our property. We have like 5 different snakes, and this one,
see, now coral snake I would kill
yeah, that's what we
because
did.
they're venomous. Yeah, anything venomous will kill.
That's what we
Um,
did. The first time, my cat Simon found it, and thankfully I was able to get Simon away before it struck. But then it showed up the second time right near the pool, and I was like, no, this has got to go. And we were getting ready to, like, it was at the point where we could take down the pool mesh around the pool because the kids were big enough and they'd had swim lessons. And so I was just like, oh no. I was like, Alan, find the shovel.
yeah, the coral snake's got to go. That's funny. That's where we always see them around here too. Is they always get near the pool. We don't have a pool personally, but our neighborhood pool. So
We
apparently,
have
coral
not.
snakes like water.
We have not seen him since.
Well, you killed him, right? Or you just mean you
Yeah.
haven't seen any others?
Yeah, I haven't seen any others. Because we have the Eastern Black Racer, which we love that one because it will actually scare away the corals. But this one in particular was very persistent about being on our lanai, and I was like, no, thank you.
You're like, I'm sorry, not venomous snakes. I apologize, but no venomous. You gotta go. I got kids, I got cats, I got dogs. No venomous. Can't do it.
Exactly.
Other snakes are perfectly fine. I've never been afraid of snakes though. My husband's not fond of them, so I've always been the one to deal with them. We had one time when our neighbor, because their pool was gross. It was more a swamp than a pool.
Ew.
And so, but they were moving to sell the house, so it got cleaned out. When they did, there was a 6-foot rat snake showed up in our front yard. He was so pretty. The funny thing is,
Oh
I
my
didn't know what he
gosh.
was, but I'm like, he must have been living back there forever. Like that
Right?
pool was probably his domain. It could have been a coincidence, but I doubt it, right? But the thing is, I didn't know what it was. And so I'm like, "Ooh, we gotta identify because I need to know if it was venomous or not, if I need to kill it or just shoo it away, right?"
Right.
And when I got near it, and I was pregnant with my daughter too, so it freaked my husband out. It's like, I'm not gonna pet it. It's obviously not aggressive because it would already be doing something, right? And I said, I just need to. I was trying to look up and figure out what kind of snake it was, whether it needs to die or I could, shoo it away. And the it curled up like a rattlesnake and did its head up like this, and it even moved its tail like a rattle. I'm like, but there's no rattle on it. And I looked it up, and it turns out that's one of the things rat snakes will do. They'll pretend to be a
A
rattlesnake
rattle.
to freak people. I'm like, that is the funniest thing I've ever seen. But the problem is we couldn't figure out because we were trying to move him with the shovel. And he didn't like it, right? So he
He's like,
he
no.
curled up like that. Well, it was very nice because now he's curled up, and we looked him up and found out he was a rat snake and he was harmless. It was easy to scoop him up with the shovel. So we scooped him up with the shovel and we just dumped him in the drain. He likes water, he's good to go. So off he went. And we
Hi.
never saw him again. So we freaked him out enough that he either stayed hidden or he found somewhere else to hunt.
Oh my
But
gosh.
it was so funny. My husband was freaking out, but luckily all of my neighbors weren't as scared of the snake. I wasn't scared of it. I was just cautious because I was pregnant and I need to know if it was venomous.
Right?
That was fun. I'll always remember that because it was so cool. But we all jumped back when it, like the rattlesnake thing worked. We're like, holy shit, did we miss a rattle? It was like, no, it does not have a rattle. Does not have a rattle. It was so funny. The things you learn.
That's kind of what I do. Like around here, I always go, ooh, I don't know what you are. What are you? And then I
Yep.
just get as close as I can. I take a picture and then I come inside and Google.
Well, I didn't want to come inside because we I didn't want him to go where I didn't know where he was.
Right.
Right? In case
No,
he
I
was
always
venomous.
leave somebody with him. Alan, you watch the snake. I'm going to go find out what it is. Now there's an app. It's called, where's
Yeah.
my phone? It's like
Let's see.
I
I was pregnant with my
Naturalist or
daughter,
something?
so that was 22 years ago. So
Oh. Well, now they have an app. I think it's called iNaturalist, and you can take a picture and put it in the app, and other people can tell you what it
we'll
is.
identify it.
Yep.
I've done that with insects. It was something with insects. I have no idea if it was the same one or not. Let's see. Annette says, I feel like I want to figure out a kooky TBR, but it'd be pointless because I never stick to the plan, right? I mean, I like making a plan and then, stuff happens. But I like to stick to the plan. But I did put 12 books on because she had a 9-book one, at least for NetGalley, which I liked much better. I can't remember what kooky was last year. I have to look. I think there was a 9 for that, but she's got 12. And I was like, I'm not going to finish 12. I'm just not, because I have other books I have to read that are physical books, or, for HearKid, I have other things. I put as many HearKid as I could that were ebooks on this, but I have a lot of others. So I'm like, there's no way I'm going to read 12 of just this, because I have this other like 10 I have to read too. So we'll see. But again, if I don't read them, you know what happens? Nothing. So I like to make lists. Lists make me happy. So that's what it is, Annette. If it makes you happy to make a list, make it.
Doesn't mean you necessarily have to follow it.
Exactly. And if you don't follow it, you know what happens? Nothing. Do you see what I mean? That's what I have to keep telling myself. It's like I have to remind myself, I'm putting this on myself. These are not real requirements. This isn't a real deadline. This is, you know what I mean? This is for fun and a little bit of self-competition to see what I can do. But if I don't get as far as I would like to get, there are no consequences. But I do have to say that. I have to say that out loud in my head to remind myself not to stress out too much about this. I have to stress out about paying my bills. I have to stress out about getting my book done. I have to stress out about, the company and getting that stuff done. I do not need to stress out about reading these books. That I do not need to stress out.
That is true.
Let's see. And Christina joined us. Arg! And Mel says, Christina Bay. And Christina says, good morrow, Kelly, Alicia, Christina. Christina says, good morning, Mel. Christina says, remember to hydrate. I'm hydrating today like a good girl. Actual water. Really need it, since I've not drank like the big thing of water since I got home. So I've had like little glasses I drink real quick, but I've not been hydrating properly. And I need to walk the dog, so I need it. Feed thyself, check the laundry, take meds, stretch, and show some love to the like button. Also, make sure you sub and ring that bell so you hopefully get notified. Yes, and remember to save. I don't know if I saved my edit, so I'm going to do it right now just to make sure. Save. And Lindsay, I'm popping out to the shops, so I'll probably still be out when you come back. Hopefully I'll see you again tomorrow. Hey, good thing we were ahead of time, so this little bit longer break is just fine. And Allie, hello, Allie, good to see you. Hello, everyone. Trying to finish PMP today. Yeah, hopefully that will roll up so I can get it done too. I'll definitely have it done before next Wednesday though. Mel says, I love snakes. Me too. I just love snakes. Mel says snakes and bearded dragons are the closest I'll ever get to an actual dragon, right? Annette says, I love living in a country with no snakes, or no native ones at least. There you go. It's my husband too. He's like, no, thank you. And Annette says, all the HearKid books I've left are on my Kindle. Oh, look at that. So prioritize those. Make a list. Again, if it brings you joy. Molly says, I just did some math, and sadly, my goal to hit 80% NG ratio by end of year seems impossible. I'd have to read 227 books and not request any. Ooh, yeah, that's tough.
Oy.
Because I'd only have to read 8 to get to 80%. And I'm not going to request any more than 2 a month, because 2 a month seems to be my max, and I don't always do that. So I just want to have 2 a month arcs. That's it. Swank says, namaste, mama. And Gera, Ali. Is Gera? I don't know what Gera is. What language is that? I don't even know if I said it right. Swank says, Annette, are you in Ireland? Yes. I'm answering for Annette because yes. That's why I always ask Annette with the Irish pronunciations. She's our resident Irish expert, whether she likes it or not. Awesome. All right. We ready for the last sprint, Alicia?
Yes.
Excellent. Here we go. And there is the end of our last sprint. I got to page 16, so I guess it's 8 pages per half hour is my work right now. But again, it's a first book, so a first book in a brand new series, brand new world. So it takes a little bit more time when we're dev editing this kind of work. How'd you do, Alicia?
I don't like it.
I'm sorry.
Um,
It's not turning out the way you want it to.
I just have to tweak it a little bit, but like I miss like trying to figure out where to place them all is easier said than done. But it's supposed to be like little strings of like Christmas ornament bauble things.
That's exactly what it looks like. You should do one that's music notes.
Ooh, that would be cool.
Do staff, do music notes.
Mm-hmm.
I like it. It's very cute. It's very cute.
But I did my options because I'm only doing 6 months in the journal, so
Gotcha.
I'm just kind of like plotting out some to see if I like them. If I don't, then I go back to the drawing board. And I like that one, but I think I have to tweak it because some of the things are more spaced out than they need to be. So,
Gotcha. I mean, that's not bad. You freehanding all that?
for the most part, because I have a stencil and that's how I drew the circles.
Gotcha.
And then, but the strings and whatnot, yes.
That's very cool. Very cool. So many talented people we have around here. Gera is Greek, I guess. Gotcha. Thanks, Swank. I don't know how to say it. I'll have to look it up. Christina says, how do I always come in for the spider talk? I'm sorry, Christina. We haven't talked about spiders in
Forever.
I don't even remember the last time.
But Lucas is so cute.
Swank says, I love the Try channel on YouTube. Nice. I think my daughter showed me some channels off of that.
What is
some
that?
videos off of that. The Try guys, right? Like she likes them. And Vanessa joined us. Good morning, Vanessa. Good to see you. Morning, pirates. Arg. Vanessa said, I did not want to get out of bed this morning. Blah. I'm so sorry.
A couple of us didn't want to do that.
Yeah, it's been one of those weeks. The sun's out now, so I was happy this morning, and I'm still happy, and I cannot wait to go on a walk. Okay. She's still a puppy. She didn't freak out when I said the word. Okay, we're good. Christina says the bar car is still waiting on fresh ice order, but the bar is stocked on the Kooky Mayhem Sprint train. Choo-choo! Yay! And Christina says Kooky Mayhem co-host announcement and TBR playlist. I have my playlist all ready, so now I just need to record my announcement video. And I'm just going to say there's different levels. You want to know what they are? Go watch Nicole's. Like, yeah, it's too much. This is what I'm doing. The best thing about Kooky is you do whatever the heck you want. Come join us, man.
She talked so fast in her announcement video, I had to put the closed caption things on. I was like, what did she say? I had to rewind and put closed captions on. And I was like, oh, okay.
No, I'm a member of the Talk Fast Club, so I get that. Notice how I try very, very much to speak slower, and I don't always succeed, especially if I'm really excited or really angry.
Yep.
Those two times, there's just no stopping it. And Christina says, good morrow, Vanessa, and good morrow, Swank. Vanessa says, hello, Christina. I hope you're well today. Courtney says, I have 5% left of my book. Ooh, you're so close. Molly says, woot, Courtney. Molly says, Alicia, I have your character set up. We'll share more about it on Discord. I gotta go, sad face. I'm sorry, Molly.
Aww.
I hope you enjoy your time at your mom's. There has to be some kind of enjoyment there. And Molly says, hi, Vanessa. Bye, everyone. And Christina says, good morrow, Courtney and Molly. Vanessa says, bye, Molly. And Courtney says, hola, Christina. Annette switched to an audio of Cold People by Tom Rob Smith, my Antarctic book for Hirkid, and did a little kooky planning. Yeah, since Antarctic is not required, even though I have Endurance that I do want to read by the end of this year, I might not read it. That is only in the if I finish the required books category. Vanessa, hubby's home from the grocery. Gonna help him unload. If I miss goodbyes, thanks for the sprints, and I'll be going live at the top of the hour. Excellent, excellent. And Alicia put the announcement in there. Thank you very much. It's also in the one that Christina put because she's at the whole train. The announcement's in there.
Oh, gotcha.
But you can put Vanessa sprints if you would like.
I'm looking for them now.
Looking for them. Spank says, did morning pages. First sprint, did daily learning books. Third, read 6 of Crows. Wait, you gotta wait. We don't start for like 2 weeks.
Yeah,
Started
man.
it yesterday during last sprint. Already know I'm not going to enjoy it. Oh no, my brain got overwhelmed by all the names. Are you listening to it or reading it? Because a lot of times with these ones where the very beginnings are a bit complicated, like I said, I've done 16 pages in the past hour. At the very beginning, usually it's a little hard to log on. I have to read it with my eyeballs. Mel made it to page 70, and the Ghostwriter's still really enjoying it. I'm having FOMO. I want to read it.
What is it?
The Ghostwriter. I've been wanting to read
No.
it. It's about an author who his house burned down when he was a kid and killed his siblings. His parents are part of his family, and even though he was not charged with the crime, it's always been rumored that he did it. And now his daughter is a ghostwriter, and he is having her write his memoir. So we're going to find out the truth.
Interesting.
Mel says, bye to Molly, and Alicia put the cookie announcement in, and Vanessa sprints, so they're there. And Swank says, can't find a free audio of it, may do Audible free month. Gotcha. Annette says, thanks for sprints today. We'll hopefully see everyone again tomorrow. Yes, we hope to see you tomorrow, Annette. And Mel says, I'm so excited for 6 of Crows. It's staring at me every day. Yeah, I already have mine all marked. I marked it.
Oh, that reminds me. I need to.
Did you put the things in the Discord, Alicia? I haven't looked.
Not yet. I'm about to. Because you just
so
reminded me.
If you would like to know, the first one ends at the beginning of chapter 7. So that'll be the first one. Second week, we're reading to chapter 18. And again, Alicia will put these in Discord, so they will all be in there, so you don't have to write them down or memorize them right now, just so you're looking at it. The third will be 25. It's funny because I did watch the Netflix thing. I have a picture in my head for these characters. And then 39. And then finally, the end. Yep, to the end. So.
It is in the Discord 6 of Crows section now.
So we have, 5 weeks of reading and then the discussion.
Correct.
So very excited. Be quite different from what we're reading now, completely different. And Alicia and I will decide. We'll have 3 more for y'all to vote on next week. So you will decide what's after 6 of Crows. Might even put Crooked Kingdom on there and just get it done with. We'll see. You guys get to decide, right? So you can vote.
Then I would have to buy it.
Kingdom? Now I can't remember if you own it. I know I own it.
I don't. I just have the first one.
So we'll have to decide whether we're going to put that on or not.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right, so where am I? Oh, Swank says starting it now because I have so many zombie books next month. That makes sense. Smart planning, Swank. Smart planning. Christina says that playlist I posted is just Nicole's right now, right? But as the co-hosts add more, they will be on there. So save it, please. Swank says thanks for sprint. See y'all tomorrow. Christina says thanks for hosting today, Kelly and Alicia. Have a beautiful day. Christina gave all of our PSAs. I read them a minute ago, so I'm not going to read them again. I am going to drink, though.
I'm going to yawn.
And Paula is sprinting for the Maker's Quest, so if anyone wants to get over there and get some sewing or crocheting or clay work, whatever it is you dang well want to do for crafting, it's over there. And Christina also put the link to the BookTube Bible, so you can stay online all day finding body doubling for your productivity. And Mel says, thank you all for the sprints. Lindsay says, back with ink. Yay, you did it. See you mañana. See you tomorrow, Lindsay. And nicely done getting those adulting tasks done. I'm always impressed how she can run out and go do a thing and come back. My brain doesn't even work that way. And Christina, Courtney will be sprinting at noon Eastern for Read Your Library. Ooh, excellent. Thank you, Christina. But did you save progress? I did. I did in my edit. I made sure to save. I don't want to do those 16 pages over.
I mean, my progress is saved on paper.
You're like, yes, mine is saved. Excellent, excellent.
I don't want to have to redraw that.
All right, y'all are all awesome, and we will see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Central and 9 a.m.